Hi Flosstube, my name is Chloe and welcome to my very first Flosstube video. I have decided to bite the bullet today and film a video, um, which is something I've wanted to do for a couple of years now. I've been watching Flosstube for quite a while and I love seeing the work that everyone else does and I want to get my work out there too. I'd love to share with all of you, so that's why I'm starting up today. A little bit about me, as I said, my name is Chloe. Online, I'm Miss Chloe SW in some form of that. So, for instance, on Instagram, I'm miss.chloe.s.w because they don't let you use hyphenations. And here I'm obviously Miss Chloe SW. So I'm pretty easy to find. I started stitching in 2014 because I am very, very blessed to have a best friend who is as patient as the day is long. That friend, of course, is Felicity, and I'm sure some of you have watched her channel and maybe even seen me. I did a guest appearance on one of her episodes. I think it was Two Peas in a Pod. So I've been very close with Felicity Fish Cross Stitcher. Say that 10 times fast. You'll get tongue-tied, promise. But I've been close with her for a very, very long time. She's very cool, and one day I don't really know what treat it. I rang her and I said, "You know that thing you do? I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to be a magic crafter like you. I want to be able to take a bale of string and turn it into art." And she said yes. So I remember we had a week of planning in which she helped me find my first pattern. I'm sorry, I just realized that my glasses are reflecting like crazy. So we're going to take those off for now. Excuse me, I have pretty bad hay fever at the moment. But yeah, she helped me find a pattern which was a little tiny Sora from Kingdom Hearts with his Keyblade. Shout out to any Kingdom Keepers out there. Thanks for helping us defend. And she took me shopping in Spotlight for all of the floss. Here in Australia, we don't have the magic places like Michael's and Joanne's. We have Spotlight or Lincraft. Their selections aren't as big as we like, but it's a good place to start until you learn how to online shop for everything and identify exactly what you need. So yeah, she took me into Spotlight and we spent the day driving around getting my first pair of scissors and a floss box and everything else, and we put it all together, and that day I did my very first piece. I think after she left I was pretty obsessed with it, so I sat there and I finished it. Cross stitching was something I'd always wanted to learn. My grandmother used to do it when I was really little. She, of course, made birth samplers for myself and my brother. My mom still has those, as there's nowhere for me to hang anything really in this house, which is a bit of a shame, but one day I'll get around to getting it back. And my grandmother used to do really beautiful pieces. They weren't super complex, they didn't have a lot of special stitches or metallics or anything like that, but they were just really beautifully executed. And she got arthritis in her hands in her older years, which of course meant that she had to stop because it was just too painful for her to hold the needle and keep going. So at the moment, I've taken up the mantle for our family. I've started to stitch, and when I get really stuck, if I can't reach Felicity, I'll ask my dad. He's a bit of a jack of all trades. He can do everything from housework and home repairs to cross stitch and like fine needlework. He's very clever. You show him something and he can pick it up straight away. He's one of those guys. You know, those ones that we're all kind of a little bit jealous of? Them. Yeah, so I've been stitching for a long time, and of course today I am filming in my book nook. So there's a few colourful titles around. One day maybe I will pimp out the shelves with work that I've done, different stitches and things, but today is not that day. That's too much to move. So I thought I'd show you a couple of things that I have finished that I still own. A lot of the things that I do I end up gifting to to other people. For instance, I've done 3 birth samplers currently, and they're all from the group OOE. I'll see if I can work out how to insert photos. If not, they're on my Instagram if you're interested in looking them up. I did one for Hunter, one for Lachlan, and one for Layla. So I've done their tiny little teddy bears being brought in by bluebirds. And they're very, very cute. So, of course, I've gifted those away. I've done a couple of little welcome signs that I've given away to other people for their houses, housewarming and things like that. So it's a lot of gifted stuff that I've done, little bookmarks and bits and pieces to, you know, really bring a smile to someone that might need it. I do have a few pieces that I've kept. So this one, oh, the glass is going to reflect. I am so sorry. Oh, there we go. This is my napping kitten from Dimensions. So I stitched her up last year, and I was really happy with how she came out. I learned how to backstitch on this piece because that's not something I had to do before. So yeah, I was really, really stoked with that. I have decided to call the cat Barley because you can't have a photo of a cat without a name. That's just weird. So yeah, that's just a little Dimensions kit that you can pick up at most craft stores. I think I got that one at Lincraft. And then the other one that I have here, which was a little kit, is the Tree Frog Trio from Dimensions as well. So of course it's the Speak No Evil, See No Evil, Hear No Evil crew, and this was a really, really quick, sweet little stitch to do. A lot of it is half stitching all in their tummies, and then you've got a few full stitches, and of course your back stitch to outline. On this piece, I was really fortunate at work to have a girl there called Miss, and she taught me how to do French knots, which I was having a lot of trouble with. So she came over one day while I was working on an email and showed me how to do them on a test piece. But yeah, these are my 2 smalls that I have kept for myself. Oh, mind you, though, I do have to do the frogs again. My mother wishes to steal them. So they're the ones that I've kept that I really, really liked doing. I do like to stitch kits every so often. I find they're good because you can transport them and they're little, which of course when you get anxious and you need to busy your hands, it can be really nice just to pull them out and start going and then just put them away because you've done 20 stitches, 30 stitches, whatever, and you've calmed down. So I find that really useful. And I'd also like to show you my proudest piece. It's my biggest project that I've ever done, and he is, of course, the Cheshire Cat. Now, he won't be the Cheshire Cat from Disney that a lot of you are used to, so fair warning there. He's a little bit on the mangy side. He is from my very favourite video game, Alice Madness Returns. So I'm not sure if anyone's played that, but it's by American McGee, and it is a dark twist on the Alice tale. So, oh, here he is. This is my Cheshire Cat. He took me a really long time to complete. I was very involved with him. I loved him very, very much. And for my birthday present, my grandparents got him framed at Jenrick House in Great Western, because I live in Adelaide, but my family is from Stawell, Victoria. So I spend a lot of time there, and if you're looking for a great place to just go and sit and stitch and do nothing, Big Hill, Cato Lake, the track, they've got plenty of spaces there. It's a great little country town, and I really, really love going there. So I usually go there and hang out with my grandparents, and I'll just stitch for days on end and do pretty much nothing else. I turn off my social media feeds, which, you know, does mean that I have a lot of Flosstube that piles up. But I finished this guy a couple of years ago, and he is my baby. I love him so much. He's the first piece I did with absolutely no help. He was my first big piece, and I think he took about a year to do because I was so new and I was putting it down all the time. But I took him everywhere with me. Even with his size, I had a special bag inside my handbag, and he was permanently on a hoop. for me to pull out and stitch, and the colours were all pretty on needles and stuff back into their little palettes. And yeah, I'm really, really proud of him. I think he's the best piece that I've done. As for things I'm currently doing, I have a couple on the go that I've decided to put down for a while. So the first one is the Trojan Rose. So she has a lot of white stitches, but she is going to be a carousel horse. I worked on her a lot last year. Again, she's another kit. She's a DMC kit that I got secondhand. Someone gifted her to me, or I won her. I can't really remember. But I'm hoping that one day when she's finished, that she'll go up in a guest room, maybe a little girl's room. I think she'd be perfect for the wall. I think any little girl would love to have their own carousel horse. I know it was always a dream when I was a kid. So I'm working on her. I have another DMC kit. These are the Blue Wrens by Leslie somebody. I've lost a lot of the pages that explain what my works are. Unfortunately, I'm not super organized, but I also started this guy last year. And he's actually almost finished. If I sat down and did him for a couple days, he'd be done. But on this piece, I learned how to do 3/4 stitching, so that was a bit of an adventure so far. And then the other piece that I've put down so far this year that I won't be working on for a while is called Staying for the Refund. So it's a really beautiful piece that has a lot of sentimental meaning for me. So it's basically going to be an old school car with a shop out the front of like an old canteen deli type thing that we have here. And then in here there's going to be a boy and his dog, and they're drinking a bottle of Coke. And back in the day, you used to be able to finish a bottle and then take it back into the store and get a 10-cent refund. So it's called Staying for the Refund. It's another DMC kit. So this piece is the piece that my nan was working on when she lost the ability to continue working on stitching pieces. So I've taken it up, and she had done sort of this middle piece. So I've been working on getting it up to scratch. So once I finish the next piece that I show you, I'll be going full guns on this one. I'd like to get it done, and I'd like to return it to her for a Christmas gift one year. So of course I'll go back to Great Western and go down to Generic and get them to do the framing, because they are amazing, and they've done a lot of framing for our family, and I think that it would be nice to keep it with people that we know. Now I'm going to show you this year's big project. I've been working on this for about 4 years, on and off, and then for a couple of years I didn't stitch a lot. I did put it down because I was planning a wedding and I had a few other things on my mind. But this is my Epic Pokemon Generation 1 piece. So as you can see, I'm quite the way through it. I've got 5 pages left after the 3 that I'm working on. And then she will be finished. But she is a freebie pattern. She's from Sprite Stitch. Much like Chesh was, he's also from Sprite Stitch. They're free online patterns. They're very, very good. They're done with a pattern program of some form. But yeah, this is my BAP, as they call it. And I'm really, really, really chuffed with how it's coming along. My husband and I want to get it done so that we can frame it and put it in a gaming room in our future house. So it'll have pride of place next to the television, which means everyone will look at it all the time. And for those of you who are thinking about starting this piece and are really put off by it, I'd encourage you to do it. A lot of times I post it online and I get the feedback that people are scared of it. They don't know what to expect from it. It's not a hard piece. It's really not. It's just big. It only uses your basic cross stitch. There's no back work. There's no specialty. There's nothing like that. So she is very, very easygoing. The only thing you have to watch is changing colours. And if you've done a hay, you can do this, because my friend, again, Flissy Fish, she does haze, and the amount of colour changes that she does compared to the colour changes I do, this is nothing. So if you are looking at it, I think you should pick it up, because it looks a lot more impressive than the work you put into it. At least that's what I find anyway. So yeah, that was it. I'd like to thank you again for joining me for my very first video. I'm really excited to meet everybody and hear from you in the comment section down below. I'll try and get a video up every couple of weeks. My work's a little bit hectic, so I can't always promise that, but I will do my best to get something up for you, show you progress. Next video we might go through stash, because I've got just a little one entire bookshelf area, kind of little, and see what's what. But until next time, I hope that you all stay safe and you find the time to craft.